here's the situation. We received a call this morning at about 0700 hours from a hysterical woman by the name of Susan Bottom, saying that her husband, Mr. John F. Bottom, the principal of Jean Eric High, had failed to come home last evening. Now, our investigators found his briefcase outside, and Susan's talking with our investigator right there.
Okay. Now, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes?
You're Mr. Bottling's wife, is that correct?
That's right.
Okay. Now, think very carefully. Did you check the lost and found?
Ma'am, do you have any idea where he might be?
No, I don't. He never goes anywhere without telling me.
So, you don't think he just would have had to run out and just go somewhere?
My John would never do that.
So you don't think he might have ran off with someone?
Ma'am, are there any circumstances, like because of his job, where he'd be forced just to leave without giving you any notice?
I don't know.
Go easy on her, Frank. She's probably a widow.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Bottling. We'll handle it from here.
Body will probably show up in the river, if it's still in one piece.
I don't get it, Will.
Me neither, Frank. Why would someone kidnap the principal?
But, you know, granted, the office of the principal is one of power, prestige, and wealth. Never mind the international aspects of the job.
Have the men found any clues?
I don't think so, but they're looking.
Hey, look what Johnson found. Whoa, it's a penny. Do you think it's a clue?
Head side up, too.
That's good luck, you know.
All right, boys, break it up. Back to work. So, are there any witnesses, Frank?
Yes, there was one. This girl missed the late bus last night and didn't have enough money to call home. So she ended up camping here for the night.
Where did she live?
I believe it was Tulsa.
Damn school choice!
Well, she's talking with our sketch artist right now. Go check it out.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
I think I know this guy.
I saw that man put Mr. Bottling into a van.
No, the guy I know has more like blonde hair.
Hey, I think I may have found something.
I know. Y'all.
Look, it's a gun! It could be a clue.
Good work, man. Now give it to me.
No way, I found it.
What?
Hey, possession is 9/10 of the law.
Oh, yeah? Well, here's the other 10. Now, where was the gun found?
In that trench coat, right there.
You idiot, that's my trench coat. This is my gun.
You mean you kidnapped him?
No!
You know, well, it sure is tough to come by clues around here.
Well, I don't know. Here, throw some bloody gloves here and there.
Yeah, something smells fishy.
Sorry.
Hey, I think I found something.
Aha! It's a chicken!
What madman would do this to a chicken?
Wait a minute, there's a sign on here. It says, idiot.
What does it mean, Frank?
Well, it's an adjective, meaning stupid or not quick.
This is getting too weird. I need to think.
To the coffee shop?
The coffee shop! All right. So why would anybody kidnap Mr. Bottle?
Well, could have been blackmail, a jealous husband, could have been anything.
But who would benefit most from the abduction?
Well, there are a number of department heads who have personal feuds with with Mr. Bottle.
Have you questioned the vice principal?
Yeah, we checked that lead. It's clean. He was still working his shift at his second job at Kmart.
What else are we doing?
Let's see, we've got the math department, we got social studies, science, tech ed.
Yeah. Let's just start at the top.
The first suspect on our list was Miss Simone P. Winglebottom, a math teacher at Generic High.
Okay, Ms. Winglebottom. Now, we all know that there was an open animosity between Mr. Bottling and the math department. But what we need to know now is, was this animosity justification for a kidnapping?
I would never take part in a crime of such heinousness. Why, the odds are stacked against getting away with it, 46,232 to 1, to be precise.
Miss Winglebottom, please explain the events of September 18th, 1995, when you expressed deep anger at Mr. Bottling.
It was a Monday morning in the math office. Never a very happy place to be anyway. The coffee was flowing a little more than usual, if you know what I mean. It was just one of those mornings. You know, when Mr. Bottling comes into the office and starts talking about postulates and theorems, trying to pretend he's just as smart as the rest of us. Then he tried to say that a function need only pass the vertical line test to be a one-to-one function. Anyway, on his way out of the office, he knocks over a whole box of TI-81 graphing calculators. Those calculators are a vital part of the calculus and geometry courses, not to mention the fact that they've solved many an argument in the office. That man has no respect for the sciences, but that doesn't mean I kidnapped him.
It was reported at the time that you said, and I quote, Mr. Bottling would never live to see another Fibonacci sequence.
I was angry. I lost my head. I didn't mean it.
Where were you on the night of the 12th?
I was here.
Aha!
Well, the abduction was on the night of the 14th.
Aha!
I was not here the night of the kidnapping. I was at a mathematicians' convention in Hartford. I didn't get back here till 3:26 and 22 seconds a.m.
Thank you, Ms. Winglebottom. If we need anything else, we'll get a hold of you.
Next was Miss Salzy Bodman.
Okay, Mrs. Bodman. 2 weeks ago, there was, shall we say, a heated debate when Mr. Bottling shot down your special grant for the music department. Now, what was the special grant to be used for?
The grant was to be used to purchase a Baroque harpsichord.
A Baroque harpsichord?
Baroque.
You see, we needed the harpsichord to play a piece Bach wrote for the Baroque harpsichord.
Bach wrote a piece for a Baroque harpsichord?
Not broke, Baroque, like the architecture.
What's wrong with the architecture?
Nothing's wrong with the architecture. Baroque, like ornamental.
Oh, well, I broke an ornament once when I was little.
Mrs. Bodman, it is well known that you were very upset at the loss of your harpsichord.
Yes, we needed that harpsichord.
Now, why does it have to be broke?
It doesn't have to be broke. Mr. Justice, we desperately needed that harpsichord.
Now, how much can a Baroque harpsichord cost, anyway?
Not broke, Baroque. Baroque! The harpsichord is Baroque.
So why would you want to buy it? No wonder the school committee turned down the grant.
Next was Mr. John P. Plext, the head of the Social Studies Department.
Mr. Plex, have a seat.
Define have.
Just sit down.
If I just sit down, as you say, then I'm conforming my physical actions to your purely linguistic commands.
Fine, don't sit. I don't care.
Ah, but you do care. For your inability to make me sit down has jarred you out of your normal thought pattern and made you unable to conduct a thorough investigation of the matter at hand.
What can you tell me about the possible murder of Mr. John F. Bottling?
Define murder.
Just answer the question.
For us to discuss the ending of life, we must first define that which has ended.
No, we don't.
The first philosophers theorized that life began with a small rock.
Look, I'm trying to solve a crime.
Ah, a crime. But without someone's preconceived notion of law ruling over our society, there would be no such thing as crime.
But surely you must concede that the rules set forth by our founding fathers do not impede, but abet the individual growth as can be expected in our metaphysical universe.
Yes, Frank, but you forget.
Wait! I will not be dragged off course. What knowledge do you retain about the events outside of the location defined as generic high on the 14th day of this month, or unit of time pertaining to roughly 30 revolutions of the sphere on which we dwell?
I don't know anything about it.
Thank you.
Tech Ed teacher H.W. Toffel.
Mr. Toffel, where were you on the night of the 14th?
I was in my apartment.
And what do you remember about the occurrences of that night?
I left my apartment.
So, you haven't heard much about the crime then?
I don't leave my apartment very often.
Thank you, Mr. Toffel. That's all.
Next, we brought in Mrs. Ellen G. Rammer, the head of the English department.
Thank you for coming in, Mrs. Rimmer. Me and Frank just have a few questions for you.
Frank and I.
Now, me and Frank have questions for you.
No. You mean Frank and I.
Where do they get these weird people to teach here?
Finally, we questioned Mrs. Rose DeFlask, the head of the science department.
Excuse me, Mrs. DeFlask?
Hi, can I help you?
Yes, I'm Frank Justice. This is Will. We're private detectives. I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. Now, did you work full-time here at Generic High?
Yeah, I teach chemistry.
You teach chemistry. Were you here on the night of the 14th?
Yeah, I was working late that night, yeah.
When you are aware, of course, about the abduction of the principal, Mr. Bottle?
Yeah, when I left, he was still working in his office.
You saw him that night?
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice anything different about it?
No, he was just working. It looked like he was writing in his office, just working.
You just walked by for a second, though? You really didn't get...
Yeah, I didn't really look.
Did he appear to be, I don't know, agitated or confused, dazed,
He
delirious?
seemed pretty calm. Seemed fine to me. I don't know.
So, okay, so you walked by his office. Then what happened?
Then I just went outside, went to my car, and went home.
When you went outside, did you see anybody? Anybody who you didn't know? A stranger?
I don't remember seeing anyone outside. There were a few cars left from people inside, but
Any strange cars? Or cars you knew? Like...
yeah, cars.
All right. Thank you very much, Mrs. DeFlask. Love to get running. Okay. Well, come on, buddy. Another bum lead.
Frank and I decided we better head to the crime lab to see what the men had turned up. Oh, man. I wonder what the men at the lab have turned up.
Yeah, I wonder if those Great Barrington people are behind this.
Great Barrington?
Yeah, Great Barrington. You ever heard of Great Barrington?
No.
Yeah, it's like here, but everything's classier there.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, for example, at McDonald's, you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese?
What?
A double eighth pounder with dairy product.
What do they call a Big Mac?
Well, that's just a Big Mac, except they call it Le Big Mac. Yeah.
I will. Any luck with the suspects?
Not a one.
Shoot. Well, let's see what we've got here. This here's Jake Thompson. He's a crack blood analyst.
Having any luck, Jake?
Yes, actually, we've isolated the dinostrand from this vial of blood.
The, what?
The dinostrand, you know, deoxyribose.
Oh, DNA.
Well, anyway, we've got the strand of DNA from this vial of blood, and we found that it exactly matches that of Mr. Bottom.
That's incredible.
Now, where did you get this blood from?
His left shoulder at the annual blood drive.
You idiot, that doesn't prove anything.
Well, yes it does, because we matched it against this piece of hair that we found at the crime scene, and we found that it doesn't match.
Wow.
So now all we have to do is run it against, you know, all the other DNA strands in the entire world, and we'll have our man.
And, how long are you thinking this is gonna take?
Well, with today's supercomputers, it'd probably take between 75 and 100 years.
Tremendous. Get started.
We found Mr. Bottom's briefcase at the crime scene, but we couldn't find anything valuable to the case. Pencils, notebooks, notes, more notes, umbrellas, golf clubs, footballs, his dog.
So, did you check every compartment? Well, it looks like a pretty open and shut case to me. Did you find anything which could give us some leads?
Nothing that we could consider evidence as a clue. Frank, one more thing. Bottling was wearing a Walkman.
The Walkman checks out to one Anthony P. Gottsbig, also known by the nickname Death by his friends. His reputation at the school was notorious. His crimes included vandalizing lockers, smoking in the men's and women's bathroom, stealing delicious citrus fruit available for only $11 from any band member from the band room, throwing a little rubber ball at the brick wall and loosening all the mortar, using the third-person plural conjugate in French, and the third-person singular imperative was called for, and now he was wanted for possible murder. We tracked down Tony Gottsbig in room D10 at the high school, serving a 2-hour detention for recklessly tossing raisins in the school cafeteria. Frank and I decided we'd better go undercover. Nervous?
Tony. Hey, Tony. What's up, man? Tony.
What is your problem?
Man, I heard there's gonna be this rad party at Fat Pad tonight, man.
What? Weirdo.
Word to that, man. Hey, I heard you got back at bottling, huh?
What?
Well, word on the street has it that, you rubbed him out over the whole Walkman thing.
What are you talking about?
I guess you really showed him, huh?
What?
Man, this joint is whacked.
What?
That shirt is fly.
What?
All right, Tony, where did you hide the body?
Who are you guys? Some bad undercover cops or something?
No.
Yes. No.
Yes.
That's right, Tony. We've got some questions for
wanted to get back at Mr. Barling because he was in possession of your Walkman.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. What Walkman? Who's Mr. Bottom?
Don't play
What's my
dumb
name?
with us, Tony. We know that you said that you wanted to kill Mr. Barling.
Look, man, it was just an expression. We needed a guy.
Wait a minute. I wasn't through. This person says that you said that you wanted to kill Mr. Barling as he's walking off the bus loading platform, as he's walking off screen, and then say to us two investigators that you don't know anything about it.
It's just an expression.
I think we'd better take a ride downtown. Tony Gottspig spent the night in the cooler, and I headed back to my office, still with more questions about this case than there are, grains of sand in a thing with lots of grains of sand in it. Then it happened. Of all the offices and all the buildings and all the streets and all the towns and all the counties and all the states and all the countries and all the continents and all the planets and all the solar systems and all the galaxies of our universe, she had to walk into mine.
I'm sorry.
Fortunately, she was the cleaning lady. She had the wrong room.
Who is it?
I wasn't so lucky on the next knock.
I am Cassandra Von Sash.
One look at her and I knew she was a street-smart kid who probably had some problems in her life. She came to me looking for help, with nothing but a name, an address, a will to live, and a body that would make the UN take action in Bosnia. If you know what I mean.
Tell me, Mr. Testament, are you a good private eye?
You see the heels on these shoes, honey?
Yes.
Well, I ran them down, didn't I?
Don't.
Please, Mr. Testament, I have nowhere else to turn.
Wait a minute. Where have I seen you before?
Little old me?
That's right. You were the girl who was at the scene of the kidnapping the other night.
Well, yes, I was. But now I'm in trouble. My house was broken into last night, but the only thing that was taken was a dictionary, a protractor, and some pencils. And I found this.
Idiots.
No.
It's the same thing they found at the kidnapping scene.
Well, what do you think it means?
I was just about to ask you the same question. Now, this idiot guy's out there somewhere, and you're the only one who saw him. Now, if I were him, I'd be out to get you out of the picture as well.
Well, that's why I'm here, Mr. Testament. I need you to protect me.
I'm sorry, Miss Von Sash, that's not my job. I'm an investigator, not a bodyguard.
But whatever shall I do? Wherever shall I go?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Well, tomorrow is another day.
Hey, morning, Will. Take a look at the paper this morning?
No, I don't.
I was Larry King's love child?
Not that.
Oh, my lord. What are you reading?
No. There, read that.
Secretary of Education found murdered.
Keep reading.
Secretary was found, shot twice in the back. Rubber chicken stuffed down his throat. Outside his office in Washington, D.C. The only thing recovered on the scene was a card marked idiot.
Now, it seems to me that, this idiot thing here, we got some sort of a traveling criminal on our hands who goes after the highest ranking teachers in the country.
It's a good thing they only got this guy's secretary.
Now, you know what I'm thinking? We have something like an anarchist here who just goes around and preys on educators.
Well, why would anyone kill teachers?
Well, it could be an old vendetta. Or, you know, something along those lines. Your old grudges go a long way.
I had a talk with our old friend Miss Von Sosh last night.
Oh, really?
She was the girl who was up at the school.
Right.
The night that Bottling was abducted. I guess this idiot guy broke into her house and stole some things from her.
Oh, shit. When did you do that?
2 nights ago, I think.
2 nights? Wait a minute. That's when our idiot is supposed to be in Washington, D.C., murdering the secretary.
What are you thinking here, Frank?
Well, I'm thinking that this idiot isn't just one person, but a group of people.
You mean like a band?
No. I mean like an international group of terrorists who go around murdering and abducting our educators.
That could be.
What do you say we run down to the lab and see what we can dig up on the computers?
My coffee's a little weak.
And I'm gonna get a cup of coffee in the morning. Rachel, we need to talk.
Shoot.
We have a theory that this idiot is not just a person, but it's an organization.
All right. So what can I do?
Well, we were wondering if we could downlink into some federal databases to find out some information about terrorist organizations, working against teachers or educators.
I've got just the right person for the job. Frank Justice, Well Testament, Mead Eldon.
What can I do for you gentlemen?
Well, we're looking for anything we can find about terrorist activities against educators.
Okay, just a moment. I am now trying to downlink on the main file base at the FBI. And I'm in. Now, is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Yes, look for an idiot.
I found one! Gentlemen, please! This is a communications laboratory, not a comedy club. Okay. I'm accessing out of the main database and we don't have much time, so I'll need to concentrate. Blast a code. Aha! Now what you'll see was the captain of this vessel. I haven't had so much fun since the Great Pocket Protector Convention in 1983. Wait till I email all the guys at the science fiction web about this one. Well, sorry, I see no files. I see files on sports, I see files on players, singers, plumbers, and satires, but no teachers.
Well, thanks anyway, Elvin.
No, wait! Here we go. Yes, I see. August 14th, 1971. Educators of America are targets of new terrorist agency, IDIOT, idiot, or the International Dumbing International of Teachers Association.
Wait a second. The International Dumbing International of Teachers Association? That makes no sense whatsoever.
That's right, Frank, but don't forget, these idiots are professionals.
And there's more. The leader of the group is Marcus Maloney, notorious mob boss who flunked his high school graduation because of one missing quarter of a credit in gym class. He flunked gym class. Hell, I passed gym class. What a loser. What a maroon.
Hey. That square dancing stuff is difficult. Okay, lay off.
He was sentenced to Tri-Town State Penitentiary for 24 years after being found guilty of manslaughter upon maiming his night school teacher with his GED.
Okay, so 1971 plus 24 is 1995. He's free.
He's mad.
And he's out for revenge.
On every teacher in America.
Frank, Will, there's been another kidnapping.
This is the last place anyone saw Miss Simone P. Winglebot. She was working in here late one night, and the librarians went to close up. They told her to lock the door on her way out, as she often did, and no one's seen her since.
Look at that. I-D-E-O-T. They even spelled idiot wrong.
That's right, Will. This isn't just any idiot we're dealing with. He's a professional. Hey, look! A hair thing.
Wow. Hey, see if there's any matching accessories. Wait a minute. Where have I seen this before? Nope. Can't think of where. Guess I'm just imagining things.
I don't know, Frank. You think maybe we should report this to some higher authorities?
Yeah, Will, let's tell the feds. And I sit back and watch as the whole case becomes paperwork, only to resurface again another 20 years down the road. And by then, the whole educational system has collapsed and chaos rules America, and the free world follows soon. You know what happens then, Will? You know what happens? Mine. The commies attack. That's right, Will, the commies attack. And we'll live as slaves for the rest of our rotten, stinking existence. All because you wanted to tell those tax monsters in the government.
I was just saying, Frank, that I thought that maybe...
Yeah, well, maybe you should think about the consequences of what you say before you speak next time, okay?
Sorry, Frank. I guess I'm just running low on coffee.
Yeah. To the coffee shop.
The coffee shop.
Mr. Maloney, the job is done.
Excellent.
But I may have sort of,
What?
well, I may have inadvertently,
What?
well, I may have left my hair thingy somewhere.
You did what?
Well, I got home and it was gone. But that doesn't mean I necessarily left it at the crime scene. I mean, I could have left it somewhere else.
You are an idiot.
Well, sir, with all due respect, that is why I'm here.
Shut up. Will anybody be able to identify this broke?
Well, maybe.
Who? Your mother? Your grandmother, maybe?
No. A man. A man named Will. Will Testament.
Who's he? A brother or something?
No, he's a private investigator. Not a very good private investigator.
You know what this means, don't you? You're gonna have to kill him.
Oh.
You should have thought of that before you went flaunting your hair thingy. She failed, boys. You know what you have to do.
Yeah.
What's that, boss?
You're gonna have to kill her.
Yeah!
But in the meantime, I got a little something for you boys to do.
Will, I'm so glad you stopped by. I feel so all alone in this big house all by myself.
Well, I just came by to check for clues that those people might have left when they ransacked your apartment.
Oh, I see. Well, why don't you come on in and make yourself at home? Would you care for a drink?
Only if it remained faithful to me.
these damn child-proof caps.
Well, here you are, Will.
To beverages.
Oh my.
Hey, the news is on.
Yes, why don't you just sit here and watch the news and I'll go slip into something a little more comfortable.
In other news tonight, this just in, Ted Kennedy has joined the Republican Party. Details as they come in. In other news, Tito Jackson and Priscilla Presley have announced they're to be married in April. Reports are that Janet Jackson is very concerned. And in entertainment news, filming has begun for the multi-million-dollar epic saga Wheel of Fortune, the movie. The movie is to be shown late in August. This is out of a little town, Western Massachusetts tonight. It seems that a few high school seniors have swindled people into paying a $4 fee to get into some idiotic movie they've made. Now look at international news. This is out of Israel tonight. Yasser Arafat has converted to Judaism. Filmed at 11. And in sports, the Hartford Whalers have reached the Stanley Cup playoffs. Okay, next on MMTV, our reporters will go around the school for an in-depth report on middle names, as they ask every single person in the school their middle names.
Say, do you have any Doritos?
No.
Frank, how did you know I was here?
A composite sketch came back for the murder of Miss Simone P. Winglebottom. Check it out.
It's Cassandra.
You'll never get me, coppers!
Hold on, son.
It's getting dark! Fight it, Sonny! Fight it!
Mommy? Mommy, is that you? No. There's a bright light at the end of the tunnel. Somebody get some help! Who was he, Frank?
His name was Lieutenant Bob. He was from the police department. It was his first day on the beat.
Why did you bring him here?
Well, I didn't want to get shot.
You mean...
Yeah, he's an extra.
Oh, for crying out loud! Should have known she was behind this.
That was her brooch, Will.
What? Are you sure?
Well, there are more of her fingerprints on that brooch than there are... Then there is... I'll think of something.
But why would she tell me the idiot broke into her house?
Maybe she was trying to get inside of our operation to see how close to finding out the truth we really were.
She had me fooled.
She played you like, forget it.
Well, one thing's for sure, and that is the idiot is gonna strike again.
Yes, Will. But when? When?
Well, if my hunch is right, they'll probably go after the head of another department. If my memory serves, there's a meeting with department heads coming up.
Oh no, there'll be greater danger than, oh heck, coming up with analogies is harder than...
Wait a minute. The meeting's tomorrow. Let's roll.
Hey, Will, since when have you been the straight man?
Okie dokie then, let us now commence with the meeting.
I think our first topic of discussion should be about the socioeconomic possibilities stemming forth from the prospect of the vice principal taking over.
No, I think we should continue with what Mr. Toffel was speaking of.
Saul, don't end your sentence with a preposition.
Shut up.
Up is a preposition.
Look, I think there's been some anxiety around here concerning the untimely termination of careers of Mr. Bottling and Ms. Winglebottom. Not unlike the anxiety felt by old citizens when they were dispelling...
John, I think we're getting off the subject here.
Why don't you go back to your apartment?
I love my apartment.
Gentlemen, please, you're making a mockery of this meeting.
Oh, sit down, you old diction monger.
I will not be the target of such abusive and harmful language.
She's been stabbed!
By a rubber chicken!
Oh no, he's dead.
They went in there.
I ain't going in there.
Oh, yes, you are. Come on.
Geez, Mr. Officer Lawman, I guess you're gonna beat the living patootie out of me. Or maybe not.
invisible gun. You do
right.
not have an invisible gun.
You're gonna have to ask yourself if that's a chance you're willing to take.
I surrender.
Hey, Will, I got it! Will, would you quit clowning around? Shit.
It's time to fess up. Who are you working for? Why are you doing this? Look, man, you're not gonna get anything out of me.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe you'd like to take a little ride in the electric chair.
Oh, what's that? Like some kind of ride or something?
No, it means you die.
I'll die before I tell you cats. Ha! Anything. Can I see you outside for a second?
Okay, Will, this guy's not talking. So I suggest we use the old good cop, bad cop routine.
All right. I'll be bad cop.
No, wait a minute. You always get to be bad cop.
I'm never the bad
You're
cop.
always the bad cop.
I am not.
Okay, listen, us. We sound like a bunch of school children out here arguing about it. Let's shoot for it.
All right.
Ready?
1,
2.
yes.
All right. Best 2 out of 3.
No way, I win
That's
third
fair.
breath.
Fine, you're bad cop, I'm good cop.
Okay, Mr. Talk.
No.
Please? Now, how about if I, give you some licorice?
Nope.
What if I, loosen those cuffs for you?
Sorry.
How about if I promise to be your friend? Talk, mister! No, mister!
Okay, Will, this isn't working. Don't worry, I got a plan.
You know something you're not telling us, don't you?
I don't.
You do. I don't. You do. I don't. You do. I don't. You don't.
I don't know, Will. That was our best trick. Didn't even phase him. I think we're gonna have to call in some help.
Oh, no, Frank, you don't mean...
Yeah.
But isn't it cruel?
Maybe, but you know, it's our last resort. Get me the Pun Squad.
I can't look.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So, they tell me you're on the cuff.
Ugh.
Stop, you're killing me.
No.
Some of these puns are a crime.
Ouch.
Yeah, but they're a hard sell.
Ouch.
I wonder what would warrant these awful jokes.
Ah.
Con, you think of one?
Oh.
Go ahead, take a stab at it.
Ah.
Don't give us a cop-out. Police? Gee, I gotta get home to my wife. Oh, you mean the old ball and chain?
Stop. I can't take it anymore.
I'll talk. I'll talk.
He told us the whole sordid story. Marcus Maloney had been working from inside the prison system for years, slowly working to make America the dumbest nation on earth.
Yeah, that's right. He was doing it from the inside, not the outside, the inside. He was gonna make America the dumbest nation on earth. And now he's out. And he won't stop till the entire education system is kaput. And he won't stop with America neither.
Okay, so what's next for Mr. Maloney?
I don't know.
Bring in the punster!
No, I said I don't know and I don't. Look, Marcus Maloney keeps a very tight ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but where can I find him?
I doubt you'll ever find him. He's probably in the Bahamas by now.
Look, all 3 of us know that Marcus Maloney is too stupid to make a move like that.
Maybe. But I still don't know where he is.
Fine. We'll find him ourselves. Boys, take him away.
We called our local intelligence team to try and find Maloney.
Maloney. He's not in the phone book.
Damn it, we must have an unlisted number.
What?
They know.
And they've got Ralph. Ralph? Oh man, he's gonna squeal like a pig.
That's a terrible analogy.
Oh, shut up. So what are we gonna do now? Let me think.
Don't think!
Oh, shut up, I have no alternative. You've gotta do something. Don't panic.
We're all gonna die!
Oh, shut up.
You shut up.
Both of you shut up. This place is probably bugged. So what are we gonna do?
We've got to find someplace for you to hide where they'll never find you.
I've got a better idea. All right, Frank. Now, if I was a maniacal terrorist, where would I be?
In jail, hopefully.
Say, Frank.
Yeah?
When you have heartburn, why did you use Tums instead of Rolaids?
Well, Will, Tums has riboflavin.
Riboflavin, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Something my body needs anyway.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it doesn't upset my stomach like Tylenol.
But what do I do about these dishpan hands?
You're soaking in it.
Guys, look at this.
New England Teachers Conference to be held tonight at Generic High? Wow! Yeah.
You don't think Maloney would try something, do you?
With the case heating up like it has to, and us being so close to getting it, that would be the dumbest move he could make. Which is precisely why he'd be there. Let's go!
Say, Rachel, what do you suggest I do about this terrible body odor problem of mine?
Well, your only problem is ring around the collar.
May I see invitations, please?
Frank Justice, homicide. This is my partner, Will.
There hasn't been any homicide.
That's very true, but there's a good chance that there will be.
I'm sorry, I can't let you through without an invitation.
I'll show you my invitation.
Will, don't hit the door first.
I wasn't going to, Frank. Oh, you want one, Frank? Invitation.
Man. Let's spread out. Keep your eyes peeled. There could be idiots anywhere.
Right.
Oh, yeah, and Will,
Yeah,
try not to shoot anybody, okay?
will do, Frank.
Motherbird, do you read me?
I read you, Sub 1.
Hey, Will! Will! Hey, I don't see anything yet.
I think I see a suspicious-looking girl over by the punch bowl.
Yeah, I see her too.
I'm going in.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes?
That's, pretty good punch, isn't it?
Yes.
And, where do you teach, exactly?
Right here at Generic.
She must be working for Maloney.
And, what do you teach, exactly?
I'm a phys ed teacher.
Phys ed?
And, what do you know about terrorist organizations?
Excuse me?
Lady, I think you should know I'm with the local homicide department.
What kind of a pickup line is that?
All right, lady. Assume the position. All right, if that's how you want to do it.
Mr. Testament, what are you doing?
I'm arresting this terrorist.
She's no terrorist. She's Gail Patterson, head of the physical education department.
Wait, did you say you were the head of the physical education department?
Yes?
Motherbird?
Roger, someone. Maloney went to school here at Gene Eric High.
Miss, did you ever fail a student by the name of Marcus Maloney?
Why, yes, I did.
Holy butt point, Batman!
We've got to get you out of here.
I don't want to die.
Oh no, the Hope Diamond. It's been stolen. Oh, no, it hasn't.
No, but Gail Patterson has been.
Motherbird, do you come in? What's going on?
Well, I see nothing, Big Mouse. Oh, wait. There's a man with a woman, and she's bound and gagged.
Uh-oh.
I'll say, talk about kinky.
Freeze! This is the police! You're surrounded!
I'll blow her head off. Ah, he's bluff.
I don't think so, Will.
I swear, man, I'll do it.
No! No! What do you want?
I work for idiot, and I want all teachers dead.
Are you working for Marcus Maloney? Yes, he is. Go, get in there.
They've got Will. This is awesome. I mean, how terrible.
Open the door. Hey, go in the corner. You stay still.
Why are you doing this, man? It's revenge. It's plain and simple. It's about this poor, misunderstood schoolboy who was robbed of his diploma because he couldn't do one thing.
And what was that?
The rope climb, Mr. Testament. The rope climb. It's impossible!
The rope climb?
Yes, I just wouldn't do it.
Oh, I see. And now you're looking to kill the woman who failed you?
Oh no, Mr. Testament. I've got bigger plans than that. You see, for the past 20 years, I sat in prison using my connections on the outside to turn this nation into a non-thinking, culturally deprived nation. And I slowly crafted it. I worked inside the media, A Current Affair, Hard Copy, Wheel of Fortune, Seinfeld, the McLaughlin Group. They're all mine. I did it. A network where other people watched other people selling cheap products 24 hours a day. And they bought stuff from them. It was so successful, I made other shopping networks where people were watching ads all day long. And my biggest achievement of all, the infomercial.
You sick, twisted, jerk.
Oh, it doesn't stop there. On the radio, Howard Stern, the entire Fox network, they're all mine. Married with Children, ha! Entertainment Tonight, a bad show about other bad shows, they're mine. 3 Star Trek spin-offs, 37 sitcoms about single people living in the urban apartments. I rule the mind of the nation. I worked inside the film industry, Speed, all the Police Academy videos, the last 4 Jawses, and yes, Ishtar.
No!
Yes, and now that it's been started, there isn't a thing that anyone can do to stop it.
You're wrong. Well, what about quality programming like PBS?
PBS died with Barney.
It isn't true.
It is.
No! You must be defeated.
It won't happen.
Okay, Marcus, this is Frank Justice. What do you want?
I want a helicopter in 1 hour.
With this budget? Are you kidding?
Okay, then I want a van big enough for me and my hostages. And I want the release of Rel. And I want a safe passage to the nearest airport where I can fly out of the country.
There's no time for that. The movie's almost over. All right, Marcus. We'll see what we can do.
Cassandra, Bob, we're moving these hostages to a safer location.
Yeah.
There, more breathing space.
Shed some light on the building! Get me the SWAT
Reporting for duty, sir. What's the situation?
We've got one madman loose in the building with 2 accomplices, and he's got 4 hostages.
Where in the building are they?
The hallway straight in front of us.
We'll find them. Go!
Go! Go! Go!
You're surrounded!
Stop right there, I'll kill him.
I'll make sure you fragment this, you son of a... Gun?
Let's go. God, we forgot the prisoner.
All right, guys. You guys go that way. We're gonna go here. All right? All right.
Bob, turn on the lights. Oh my God. Bob! Bob! No, I don't want to be near it. Come on, Bob. Bob!
All right, Bob. Now untie Mrs. Patterson and Mr. Bottling. It appears the shoe is on the other glove.
Follow that man!
I think I saw him go this way, Frank.
Yep.
He did.
Frank!
Oh my God, he missed! I won! I can't believe this! Me, that guy won! Finally! Yes! You're done. Yes, I won! I am the winner! I am a bad guy, and I beat the good One for Malone.
The heck?
Yes.
It doesn't say this anywhere.
Good guy went down.
Well, you old dog. I can't believe you got him with the old dead possum gag. That's gotta be the oldest trick in the book. Man, I'm so happy I could kiss you.
Just look what me and my men found.
Ha ha! Another crisis averted.
Looks like Marcus Maloney dumbed it down his last couch potato.
That's right, Frank. I couldn't have done it without you.
Damn straight.
Or without me.
Yeah, what about us?
Man, let me go.
But Will, sweetie, what about us?
Cassandra, it looks like you and your friends are gonna spend an awful lot of time eating gourmet prison food. Marcus Maloney was pronounced dead at Pleasant View Hospital on arrival. He was then placed in a casket and put 6 feet under the ground in a cemetery in Tri-Town. Cassandra Von Sosh was sentenced to 80 consecutive life terms at Tri-Town State Prison, where she will be up for parole in 10 weeks. Marcus Maloney's 2 goons were convicted of assault and battery, as well as aiding and abetting a madman take over the world. They were sentenced with 8 hours of community service each. Gail Patterson was the only semi-strong female character in this movie. She married a month later and became a housewife, whose major hobbies were cleaning and cooking for her man. Sorry. The members of the Pun Squad were convicted of cruel and unusual punishment and given the electric chair. It was a shocking experience. Mr. John F. Bottling retained his position as principal of Gene Eric High School for 73 years when he decided to go back to night school and learn how to drive the big rigs. Frank Justice became the chief of police in Tri-Town. While in office, he came up with many clever analogies. He was shot and killed after 40 years of service by an old lady as he attempted to help her cross the street. That unbelievably handsome Will Testament is still on the beat on the mean streets of Tri-Town, where he has since learned how to fly and make upside-down cake. After all, it's only a fairy tale. Good night, folks.
Wait a minute! What happened to Simone P. Winglebottom?
You know, well, in the higher elevations, because of the reduced temperature, it's, well, what are you doing? Stop clowning around. We're on occasion. Ease. Come on, let's go. Would you hurry up? You know, it's clowning around. Dean?
Oh no, the Hope Diamond, it's been stolen. Oh no, it hasn't.
No, but Gail Patterson has been.
Mother Bird, do you read? What's going on?
I see nothing, Big Mouse. Wait, there's someone. It's a man with a woman. She's bound and gagged.
Uh-oh. I stepped on Maggie's toe. At bottling.
Define murder.
Just answer the question.
Okay, it was good?
Define have.
Just sit down.
If I just sit down, as you say, I'm conforming my purely physical actions. That's wrong.
From the top.
Social Studies Department.
Have a seat, Mr. Plext.
If I have a seat, as you
You can do it.
Sit down, as you say, I'm conforming my physical actions to your purely linguistic commands.
Fine, don't sit. I don't care.
But you do care. Because your inability to make me sit down has...
From the top. Don't sit down.
You don't sit down yet.
You don't sit down?
You don't. Just answer the question.
Define murder.
Hold on, I'm gonna go get
Answer a question about the ending of life. We must first define that which has begun.
Right?
I thought
Murder doesn't have anything to do with the beginning of life.
I know we might just...
Don't panic. Oh, shut up. I'm gonna die.
Shut up. That was your life.
Yeah. I had a problem with the focusing on that one too.
What do I say after that?
We're on these shoes, honey.
Yes?
Well, I ran them down, didn't I?
I don't remember.
Yeah, if you know what I mean.
Please, Mr. Testament. Are you okay? I remember.
On these shoes, honey.
Yes?
Well, I ran them down, didn't I?
Don't!
I ran them down, didn't I? This is the same thing they found at the other scene.
Oh.
I don't remember any of the other lines. I was just about to ask you the same question. Now, this idiot guy's out there somewhere, and you're the only one who saw him. Now, if I were him, I'd be looking to get you out of the picture as well.
Well, that's why I'm here, Mr. Testament. Wherever shall I go? Whatever shall I do?
That's not my job, Miss Von Sosh. I'm only an investigator, not a bodyguard.
Well, tomorrow is another day.
And I don't give a damn. I'd be looking to get you out of the picture as well.
Well, that's why I'm here, Mr. Testament. I need you to protect me.
Tell me the idiot broke into her house.
Maybe she was trying to get inside of our operation. See how close we're coming up with the truth. What are you laughing at?
I may have,
What?
well, I may have inadvertently, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I may have left my hair thingy somewhere.
You did what? Say, Frank, when you have heartburn, why do you use Tums instead of Rolaids?
Well, Tums has riboflavin.
Riboflavin, huh? Something my body
Yeah, and it won't upset my stomach like I don't know. We screwed that one up.
Okay, Sam.
All right, Frank. If I was a maniacal terrorist, where would I be?
There was nothing funny. Likely why he'd be there. Let's go. I screwed up.
Ready? Give it a
Say, well, when you have heartburn, why do you use Tums instead of Rolaids?
Okie dokie, Len. Let's
Okay, ready.
15, take.
Get ready.
Continue with what Mr. Toffel was speaking of.
So, don't end a preposition.
Don't.
Heck is wrong with
Take 5.
Okie dokie then. Let us know.
Oh, no.
Funny. Okie dokie then.
Oh, man.
Come on, Steph.
I think our first discussion should be about the socioeconomic possibilities stemming forth from the... What?
Steph, you can't, like, read the script and, like, correct him. It doesn't work.
I didn't. Oh, don't end your sentence in a preposition.
Shut up.
Look.
Is a preposition.
Whoops.
Is a preposition.
Look, I think that the recent occurrences concerning the untimely termination of careers of Mr. something.
Oh, no.
Mr. Bottling.
John, I think we're getting off the subject here.
Why don't you go back to your apartment?
I love my apartment.
Gentlemen, please, you're making a mockery of this meeting.
Sit down, you old diction monger.
I will not stand here and be bombarded by these horrible words.
Okay, try it again.
That was bad.
Dina.
I thought
Thank
that guy...
you. I love my apartment. So, you haven't heard much.
Hey, you're doing too much thinking.
Yeah.
You're just... Okay, it's not...
Okay, all right, yeah. Be a good goon.
Good goon.
Hands behind your back. Okay, well.
You recording? Okay, here we go.
sorry. Forgot about that. Sorry about that.
Okay.
You dude. Get it, my lunch money. I'm gonna kill you next, man.
Mr. Trombley, if you're in the building, please call the main office. You have a phone call.
Hey, Tony. Tony. Hey, Tony. Hey, Tony. What's up, Tony? Hey, Tony. Yo, Tony. Hey, Tony. What's up, man?
What is your problem?
So why would anybody kidnap Mr. Bartlett? Well, it could have been blackmail. Could have been a jealous husband. Could have been anything. I forgot my next
Cut.
Coffee or something?
Cut.
His office working.
You saw Mr. Bartlett?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was still working in his office when I left.
Did he look, was there anything strange about him?
See?
Scene 20, take 3.
May I see invitations, please?
Friend Justice, homicide. Ever fail a student by the name of Marcus Maloney?
What?
Get me the SWAT team!
What? SWAT team reporting for duty, sir. What?
Now,
Oh, mine. I did it. The whole network. Bought it. Oops.
Go ahead.
Did it. A whole network where people bought. Oh, shoot. Like 24 hours a day. And they bought stuff from them. It was so successful. I made other shopping networks where people watched ads all day. And my biggest achievement of all time, the infomarket. Bought stuff from them. It was so successful. I made other shopping networks where they bought. Okay, don't turn it off.
From the top.
Shopping networks where people watch ads all day. And it was my greatest achievement of all, the infomarket. Whole network where other people watch other people selling cheap products 24 hours a day. And they bought stuff from them. It was so successful, I made other shopping networks where people watch ads all day long. And my greatest achievement of all, the infomarket. Oh my God, like 24 hours a day. And they bought stuff from them. It was so successful, I made other shopping networks where other people bought. Okay, don't even stop. Just keep going.
Frank and I couldn't have done it without you.
Damn straight.
Or without me.
Yeah, what about us?
After Tony dumbed it down his old last couch potato.
You couldn't have done it without me, Frank.
Damn straight.
Or without me.
Yeah, what about us? Couldn't have done it without you.
Damn straight.
Or without me.
Yeah, what about us? You guys are all out of the scene anyway.
All right, you gotta get closer together.
Sheesh.